Reflection, perception. Get some wake up. You're almost there.
Oh, hello. Hi. How's it going?
That was very long.
Yeah. Feels like that minute and a half is just keeps getting longer and longer and longer and longer. Man, so long. How how has everyone's week been so far? Cool? Awesome? I hope you're all fantastic, right?
Yeah.
I hope your week has been awesome. I hope the past 2 weeks have been awesome. I hope the past 3 weeks have been awesome. You know what? I just hope this whole year has been awesome for all of you because you're all awesome. That's why. We're still doing the prep thing in the beginning where you see us still fumbling before we even actually get started, even though we had a minute and a half to be ready, but we're not even ready yet. Today we're doing all sorts of talks, all sorts of talks. And if you can whatever you want to talk to as well. Star Wars anything, Disneyland anything, and anything. Maybe good food anything. Oh, check this out, crew. We got some new comics. This one Jason picked out. Which what the so Jason got what was it 4 and 5, and then he found two, but just not one or three.
They have 3 over there. I just haven't picked it up.
Oh, got it.
But I can't find one.
They had the one, but then check it out. We also just got that's not the one I was looking for. My bad. It's somewhere here. Well, hold on. I haven't read this one yet, which is the very first one. You see that? Number uno. Number uno. I'm pretty sure there was a new one. Yeah, the dogs. It's always a problem. Sorry, crew. The dogs all the time. There was a new one that came out on the 19th. I forgot what the name was of that one. It looks pretty crazy. I'm trying to look for the new Darth Vader one that I just got. Here he is. Nope, that's not him. Where is it? There he is. That's the new one. Pretty crazy. Also, pretty crazy. Man, that what's his name? Acho dude. That Acho Ochi guy. He's just all over the place. He wasn't helping Darth Vader, now he is helping Darth Vader. He's like, get out of here. We got to turn that down because that we got some Galaxy's Edge Smuggler's Run audio playing right there. Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I know.
It kind of sounded like music at first.
Oh, it was. It was probably the. Bum, 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 bum. You know what I want to start off with saying, or bringing up, is what is your favorite Disneyland old school attraction? Old school attraction. One that I remember. I mean, kind of remember. I don't remember the songs at all. I just remember the stage and seeing the thing happening. But the Country Bear Jamboree, that was a pretty crazy show. I guess looking back at it, it's a little odd, weird show.
Looks creepy.
A little
It
bit.
Still looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. It does. The reason why I remembered that is because we just saw a video of Jacob the carpetbagger, and I said that weird carpetbagger, Jacob the carpetbagger, and he did. He's at Knoebels. I don't know if he's at Knoebels right now, but he was checking Knoebels, and he went into like the what was it? The Country Bear Jubilee, I think it was called. Which one came first? I haven't even Googled that to see. I'm pretty sure it's the Country Bear Jamboree came first.
Because Disneyland's older than Knoebels.
I mean, I don't know. I actually don't know
Yeah,
how
he
old Knoebels
said-
is.
He said it was like 50.
Oh.
Something.
Well, but also Country Bear Jamboree was not open when Disneyland opened. So the Country Bear Jamboree could have opened like I don't know in the 70s. I know that Splash Mountain opened up in the 70s. So if Knoebels had theirs when opening, then that means that theirs is older actually. So then who took the name? Interesting, huh?
Mhm.
Also, we were seeing Provost Park Pass. They did a Secrets Revealed of Calico, and I remember going there. Now it's been, geez, has it been 4 years? I think it's
Think
been
so.
4 years now. The last time we went, yeah, I think it was 4 years. And one thing that I always thought, like, to go out in the desert, do I really want to go out there in the desert in the summer? But and I always said no, heck no. Yeah, right. But that's actually exactly what we did. We went mid-July, and it was crazy hot. It was still fun though. I don't remember like a sweat of just like drenched sweat. It was hot. I remember it was hot, but I don't remember if I was actually drenched in sweat. I don't know because or so we live in the Central Valley, and if I'm just standing outside, the dog's going out and hanging out for even like 5 minutes, I'm sweating. I got like sweat coming down. It's disgusting, and I don't remember that over there at all. We were panning for gold, and I wasn't sweating. Nope. We uh, we did the mystery house thing. That was cool, and nope, not sweating.
Is that the same place where he saw like the illusion house where it
Yeah.
was like crooked?
Yep.
Okay.
Same one where we what was it? We rolled the pool table balls, and it looked like they go up into the table instead of going down. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool area. There they go again. I remember the what are they called? Tarantula wasps around there, and one of the workers when he was helping us do the panning for gold thing. Anytime one of them came by, he was like, "Whoa!" He's like, "I don't want to get stung by them." Apparently, they're like the number something top most pain of a stinger. I think.
Were they venomous?
I mean, like they have venom, yeah, but
Well, like
I think like for unless you're allergic to it, I think that's the same thing with like a bee. You know, if it stings you, you're gonna. But if you're not, I think it'll still kind of bulge up a bit.
just get swollen.
Probably, yeah. And then well, mosquito bites get crazy, but imagine one of those. I mean, those things are like big flying tarantula things. It's because they kill tarantulas and like they lay their eggs in them. That's why tarantula wasp. I mean, it looks painful, but I don't know.
Poor
That
little tarantula.
that trip was cool. There is, if you want to go back on our Instagram, due to the crew on Instagram, I have, I think I have two clips of that adventure. This was before our YouTube channel, way before our YouTube channel, and I have, I think like day one and day two of our trip out to Arizona and back, and all the things we did in between. We also checked out Oatman, but I don't think in the clip I think I did add that actually. I have video of us in Calico Ghost Town. I was flying my drone. That was my very first drone, and his name was Hopper, and he did a little fly through in the mine. I don't know if you're allowed to fly your drone in there.
Probably should have.
Well, the
first.
girl didn't tell me nothing. I had, and I mean, it's not like a DJI drone. It wasn't big. It was, like that big. Um, even if she noticed it, I don't know. Right when we walked into the mine, I dropped it, did a little choo 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 choo, came right back, and then I flew it around up there too. I checked out like top view of some mine and other small shots. Very windy. That drone is very also not too stable, so it's very woo woo. But it was still fun though. That drone was still awesome. Man, good times, good times. R.I.P. Hopper. You were good. You were a good drone.
He went over.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think I've said the story on other adventures or just other. I think unboxing the DJI. No, did I do an unboxing of DJI? I don't know.
You did.
I did.
You did an unboxing of the drum. That was your very first
Oh
video.
yeah, yeah, right. I was like, hold on, hey, SSR Robert. SSR Robert's here. He gave us an awesome chat of a smiley face. Thanks, dude. Um,
Hello.
but so I was just flying my drone, and then I took him up, and then he went up and up, and then he started going forward and out. Go and I mean, I couldn't chase him. I think I ran a bit down the street and I just lost him. So who knows? Who knows where that dude went? Maybe he's stuck on someone's roof still to this day.
That would be funny.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
You still have his controller, right?
Yeah, I have the controller.
Does it
I
have
have.
batteries?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It would be the way to find him would just to turn it on if you don't have to turn on the drum and then the controller.
No, you got to turn on the controller.
No, like no.
I
if
mean, you have to
don't-
turn on the drone.
It would be cool because you could find where he is at
Maybe.
if he's not upside down
Or
or
I mean,
broken.
or no battery. So if he has no battery, then there's no way of finding it. And then I'm sure if it probably landed in someone's yard or whatever like that, they're like, "What the heck is this?" And they just threw it away. Yeah, that was cool though. We got some cool shots. I got other little shots of with him. If you, I mean, like that's old school back in the IG. You have to go and go and go, scroll down to find those clips. Fun though. That's the so my nephew, Kimo, he's been on adventures before. I was showing him the drone and he was like, "Cool, let me fly," and he was, but then it was coming towards him. So the number one thing you don't do is grab a drone, right? But I didn't want it to hit his face, so I just grabbed it and it sliced my hand. A little drone like that still will slice your hand. It hurt bad.
On during the adventure or
No, this is long before any YouTube before.
you should fly the low drums.
Yeah, those are cool. Those I mean those I caught because it was a Hemi because those it's not crazy.
They won't slice your hands off.
It's probably still like little but not like an actual cut in. I don't think so.
Like-
But I was surprised that that one actually like cut as bad as it did. I was like, whoa, crazy. Eee.
It hurt.
Yeah, it did hurt a lot. It stung. It was like that deep paper cut, but like bigger paper cut, and just like it hurt, just constant sting, sting. What?
No, probably something I just dreamt of. One time I thought Grandpa had like a cactus on his arm,
Cactus on his arm?
or like he was holding a cactus.
He was probably like holding it. So
But
so
it didn't look like it had the prickles on it, but like brought it into the house one time.
oh, probably because so my dad grows. I mean, he'll grow almost any plant, and they just like get into like ridiculous size and stuff. And one of the plants is he loves growing nopales, cactus, the kind you eat. I mean, maybe you could eat all the cactus. I'm not too sure, but like the more famous kind of cactus to eat. He has grown. I think he first started with like a little ear thing of cactus. I don't know what to call it. These little things, but it was like a little dilly that he grew, and I think he got it from um, maybe one of my aunt's house or something. Like she was probably like, "Here, take a piece," and maybe like they was give it to eat, and he said, "No, I'm gonna plant it." And actually, it started growing big, 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 big. So he'd always like cut off pieces of the cactus and he'd cook it, eat it, make all kinds of things with it, and then also the fruits, that it gives, and sometimes he'll just have it in his hand. I don't know why though. His cactus, they don't poke him. They like him. When he touches them and they're like, oh yeah, yeah, it's you, it's cool. So they don't poke him. They'll be like, oh, mira, mira. I'm like, no, no. Also chilies. He has like four different chili plants. If you check out uh, the adventure we go see Kimo when he graduated, if you go back and see that adventure, the hot sauces that he made with the chips that were on the table, it was like kind of towards the end of the adventure. He made those sauces. Yeah,
That's
he's
cool.
that good. Yep, green salsa and red salsa. But he also eats, it's those little red ones, those little chuckito ones. He'll just eat boom boom boom, and he has like a bag filled of them. And when he's eating just his food, he's like about like 20 of them. Um, I I I yeah.
Oh, you remember when at Juanita's Steak you wanted, you said, I want a lot of hot sauces, and they give you just a big cup.
Do I remember? Oh, I remember that. I don't forget. Yeah,
That was fun.
that's another thing. I asked for 70 hot sauces and I was only given like 20, 25. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. When I say I want 70, I'm not being sarcastic or nothing. Like, I'm being for real. I eat about, or I use maybe um, 7 little hot sauce cups. You know, the generic size hot sauce cups. Um, I use like 7 or 8 of those on one burrito. So when I'm only given like 25, and I got 10 burritos, relax. I know what you're thinking. 10 burritos? What the heck? That's insane. Well, because Juanita's is down there by, it's in the Inland Empire, and we're over here in the Central Valley. So when we go, we got to stock up.
You
And
gotta save.
yeah, and I can't use 8 hot sauce dailies on one burrito if I'm only given like 25, and then I still got about maybe 6 more burritos to eat. I say that because I don't eat them all myself. That's why. Maybe I should just get a plethora of them and just not say nothing. It'll be my stash of Juanita's burritos. Maybe. Um, but what's another old school Disneyland? I don't think this dude even knows anything of old school Disneyland yet. His well, there's one getting close. There's one getting close where he's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's an old school Disneyland ride. That's not there no more, and that is
Splash Mountain.
nope, not Splash Mountain.
Oh,
Nope,
Nemo.
there it is, Nemo. So check it out. When you go onto the app of the Disney app, uh, I don't know, I wasn't sure right now, but man, if you want, you can go on the Disney app, Disneyland app, not the Disney Play app, but the Disneyland app. When you go onto there and you see all the attractions and wait times and all that, you'll see whether it's closed or open. It'll say a time, 30 minutes, 10 minutes wait time, or if it's closed, it'll have a star, but it'll still say the name of said ride over the attraction. So um, for forever, right? I mean, Nemo's always been on there, but now if you go into the app and you look for Nemo, there's nothing. There's not even a star saying temporarily closed. The Matterhorn had the sign, little star thing saying temporarily closed for a long time. So did Astropasser. And I say that because these are rides that didn't open along with the reopening of the park. Jungle Cruise, we all know that they're doing a refurbishment. Well, we all don't know. Some maybe don't know. If you don't know, Jungle
Didn't they
Cruises.
like finish?
Well, it's done now, but I'm saying like it's still not. I think the Jungle Cruise is not open till next week on Friday, which is I don't know whatever day that is. Maybe I don't know. It's next week on Friday. Oh, the ninth. I think that's it. I think it's the ninth. I think the Friday is the ninth. I remember that because of Black Widow, I think. But it still says the closure, right? The star closure. And Nemo does not have it's closed. Nemo does not have a little star above saying that temporarily closed nothing. So I think we have seen the last of Nemo. I noticed that maybe a week ago. Was it a week ago? I think it was like a week ago. I was like, oh, what the heck? No more Nemo?
I hope they don't bring it down because
I love Nemo. I love the Nemo ride. I love the submarine ride, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, way back when, and I love Nemo. And the reason why I loved it so much because I completely understand the claustrophobic how people all so closed in, and I feel I get that because it's a very tight space and it's a very also close quarters with other people. If you're with your party, all right, like no big deal. But when you're next to someone that you don't know, and let's say that person's not even considerate, right? Like that sucks as well when you're sitting next to someone that just doesn't care.
you could ask for the thing. I forgot what it was called. The thing where you go to a room and you just
Oh yeah,
watch the ride on screen.
yeah. There's another. If you don't know on the well, I mean, it doesn't even matter because I don't think anyone's ever gonna see
Yeah.
that again.
So
But there was a room where you can go in and you see the whole entire ride, but from a room. So they like play it on a screen, and it's a POV ride. But the room is themed as well. The lights kind of. I think the lights turn
yeah,
on
the
and that
lights.
type of stuff. Right? The electricity part.
Yeah,
You
the
hear-
lights turn off and it
Yeah,
goes in all the effects.
yeah. So you get a good amount of the effects, just not actually in the submarine. So for someone who just feels, they can't deal with that closed space type thing, like that's pretty good alternative. Still being able to see and get because of course you can go on YouTube, right, and check out POVs and you can see it, but you just don't get that effect, lights, sound, complete like surround sound type thing. So it's cool that you can do that. But I think there's no more Nemo. Oh, but the reason why I like this so much is because there was just one porthole, right? And if you lean into it and you're really into it, you see nothing else but that, so you're completely just lost in it. You're completely lost in the ride, which is something that I really love. Which is why I love these rides and these lands that have been like themed to the next level. One of those was Indiana Jones, right? Where they just themed everything that you're looking at, everywhere that is themed, uh, and you feel like you're in it. Now, Galaxy's Edge took it one step further. Oh, not one
Okay.
step further. It took a lot of steps further because in a bunch of these attractions at Disneyland, you see the rides and you see theme and you're like, whoa, cool. But then once your eyes start to move up, you're like, oh, there's a roof, or oh, I see that. At Galaxy's Edge, and especially on Rise, your eyes move up to see, are my still there? And everything's themed from top to bottom. Everything's themed. Something that I want to just bring out real quick or mention real fast. If anyone watching this wants to comment, can you find the hidden Mickey around here? There's a hidden Mickey I put, and it might be in a way that you think, well, why are you gonna even try to look and see and give it away?
I
So,
forgot where it was.
so there is. I placed the hidden Mickey, and you might think, oh, it's maybe the way maybe you could just see and there's a hidden Mickey. Nope, it's in a different way. Let's see if someone can spot it. It is tough. It is tough.
I'm gonna try to.
I'm not gonna lie. It's tough to find. Oh, she did. Mal did fart right here. Man, that's not good. Sorry, crew. Good thing there's no smell-o-vision because that is bad. No, it was not one of us. Okay, I guarantee you, that was not one of
That
us.
was like,
That was definitely. So that's one ride that I think actually Jason would be like, I remember. You know, Splash Mountain. I don't think it's not going to happen for like another 4 years. And I think 4 years till like they actually, I don't know, maybe like 3 years, they actually start putting work into it. So another year and a half maybe. And so check this out. Some people have said, "Hey, hey, yeah, look."
Hello.
So some people have said, oh, so the going from Splash Mountain to Tiana, Princess and the Frog, it's not going to be much, right? There's going to be, it's really just going to have the slightest change, but I don't think so. I don't think they could do that, and the reason why is because where in Princess and the Frog do you see chickens
Nowhere.
dancing and all that? Nowhere, right? You don't see no chickens all anywhere in the movie. I mean, like maybe you do, but they're chickens, right? Like they're being actual chickens, not like taco chickens.
There are no. There usually aren't chickens in the swamp.
There's no bear. There's no Briar Bear getting his butt almost bitten by the crocodile.
There are crocodiles.
There's a crocodile, but not like that. There's no bear getting his butt or his tail getting chewed, or the fox. I think it's a fox. The fox is getting his tail chewed by the crocodile. There's no frog playing drums in the movie. Maybe there's a frog playing drums, but there's no porcupine. There's no none of that stuff.
There's no bunny.
There's none of that stuff at all. There's no geese in. Was there geese
I think there was
in
in
he's
the.
spinning in something on the part of the laughing place area. I'm pretty sure there was like a geese and he's spinning. Maybe it was in an umbrella or something. I'm not too sure.
Oh,
But
wait, or was it before you went into the laughing place?
no, that's like the laughing place area. Well,
Oh,
that part is already when you're out. The like color that whole part. Like none of that. Even with the what the heck are those birds called? Those birds, like blank pigeons. No, they're not pigeons. Completely blanking. Turkey vultures. Um, vultures. Why did turkey vultures? What is that bird? A vulture. Those vultures where they're sitting there. There's not none of that is in Princess and the Frog. So
there aren't. There are also. What was it? I had it in my head. Africa.
well, there's none of the stuff that's in Splash Mountain has anything to do with Princess and the Frog. So that's why it has to be more than just a couple like a new paint job and let's put stickers on this and let's just change the wardrobe on these chickens dancing on the boat. Ooh, like no, they're gonna do more than that. I'm pretty sure this is the one time where I believe Disney's actually gonna do more than just like a reskin. It is a reskin, but
Well,
more than just putting up like stickers and paint job and say, oh, it's a new ride when it's really not. And especially because Tiana is not just one of these like new side whatever stories or characters. Tiana, when Tiana came out and premiered, like it was a big deal, right? She's a main princess now, so there's no way you could skip out and just put a little new paint here and there and say, oh, it's done.
and we're in Splash Mountain are humans.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it's gonna be more than just the. It's gonna be more than like what they did for the Inside Out ride, the motion whatever motion
The
twirl and motion twirl thing whatever
motion roller.
motion of the Mormon.
But
I don't know. It's gonna be more than that. It has to be more than that. It has to. So
or like the Incredicoaster. They kind of.
yeah, the Incredicoaster I was like, nah. But I mean, when you think about the Incredicoaster and what it was before, I guess it's a lot more than what it was before. Because what it was before was just a roller coaster with sound. So you just go through and you're like, cool. So I guess they did add, there's
Well, then it wasn't really a reskin. Well, it was. But
Well, it was.
Not like. But there wasn't things on the wall. Like
well,
there
no, that's
wasn't-
not necessarily that. Reskin doesn't necessarily mean like they changed that. It's just they used the same ride and then just rethemed it. Is all. That's why. Another ride, one actually the park actually Disney California Adventure. I loved it when it opened from 2001. I had a lot of fun seeing that weird, very awkward, weird superstar limo. I remember being on the ride, and I knew like this is odd, not Disney at all from what they've done, but I still liked it. It was cool. Drew Carey, you saw Drew Carey, Tim Allen, that was weird. I think Joan Rivers also.
And yes, he does have two copies right there.
What? No, I just grew. I just grew. Um, the Maliboomer was a fun one. Oh man, I so wish. Like, how can you put the motion whirl and twirl and motion stuff inside out there when you had such an awesome ride like the Maliboomer there? The
Well,
Maliboomer is fantastic.
did they take out the Maliboomer before I saw it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was
So it was just
it was like an empty space.
space.
Yeah, I think I've said it before, but like how it just doesn't make sense. Well, I assume it's because of cost, right? That's why they took it out. But can you imagine how cool it would have been to see the Maliboomer, the huge drop tower? If you don't know what the Maliboomer is, it was a drop tower. Oh, it was a shock tower. So a drop tower slowly brings you up to the top, and then woo, you drop, and then you bounce a couple times. A shock tower shoots you up, and then you bounce a couple times, and you come down.
like a tower tip.
Um,
A little bit.
Tower of Terror brings you up, and then you drop,
And then
but
you,
then it also shoots you up, and you drop. So it's kind of like a both, I guess. But this is just like a old school shock tower. And but how cool would it have been? So if that, let's say there's a claw coming down, right? Then they could have changed it to like Buzz or Zurg something, or Toy Story Claw something, and the claw is coming down, eat whatever part of the tower you're on, coming down, and you're the little alien, and then it takes you up and you shoot or anything like that. Like how cool would that have been? And then the lights they could add on there, the whole lighting package of a claw, and then aliens getting taken up into the prize or something. See, it's not hard to think of these things. It's really not. The reason that, or the fact that they don't, I don't understand why. I don't know if I said that right, but
money.
well, yeah, money, right, is always the thing, I guess. But still, it's it's not hard. It's not hard to think of these things, or even just to cheap out on some of these attractions that they do. It's like, come on. One of those things is, I've said it many times already. I know I haven't been at the line. I have not been in the land yet of Marvel, but just all you had to do is put one animatronic Spider-Man in the ride. He could have just been in the very beginning, and he just could have been, go that way. Whoa, whoa, hurry up. And like, that's the only animatronic. Fine, cool, I'll take it. It would have been way awesome.
They could have made it where you're like swing. It would have kind of would have made sense with the story because you're in a box. But if you could just swing around with Spider-Man,
Well,
if you and you don't just
yeah, the crazy thing is that before this whole Marvel Land, everything, even I think like, well, it was definitely already in the works. I think they were, the whole plan was going there, was already out, announced that was going to happen. They they put out a patent. Disney put out a patent. This could be for another ride. Who knows? But it looked like there was a chair, maybe that sat five people, and it was almost like Peter Pan. So it hung from up here. It was like a track was up here, and there was something down, and then people sat down here, and it swung, right? That's what the patent looked like. And it looked like it was going through a city. So there's a track, and then your chair's going swinging from that way. And it kind of looked like you were going to be following Spider Man along the city, jumping from building to building, going through the city, all this and that. They put the patent out. There is a patent out there. I remember one of those things. Look, that's Grandma. Hi, Grandma. They put that patent out, and what happened? Where is it now? Then they came out with the Spider-Man. That's why when I first saw the whole like concept thing of like the hard concept, this is what Spider-Man the ride was gonna be. I was just like, huh? That's that's not even Spider-Man. One thing, I don't know, one thing, if you're gonna, if you want me to feel and put me in the Spider-Man world, you got to make it more than just put me in a box and look at a screen and make me wave my arms around. Like I don't feel like I'm, like I'm in it.
You
I just feel like I'm just playing a game. I'm playing a movable game. And now you might say, oh, well, then you're talking about Smuggler's Run? No, no, because Smuggler's Run, what can you do? Light speed, whoa, whoa, or you could repair, do.
it's
So
like interactive.
it's completely interactive. But not only that, the thing with Smuggler's Run as well is that you're in the Millennium Falcon, right? So the story is you're flying the Millennium Falcon.
At least you're not just in a little box,
I mean, you're kind of in a little capsule,
but at least
but
it has
you're
steam.
flying. At least you're flying. Like the whole point of it is you're flying. You're the Millennium Falcon. When you if you want me to believe I'm with Spider-Man, you can't put me in a box and then move me around in a warehouse. I want to feel like I'm flying through with Spider-Man, and I'm like, let's go. Put
And in the air, you could be doing.
like legs swinging, feeling that air rush through you. You're moving fast, not just you. I'm in a warehouse. I'm in a warehouse. You know, I'm in a test warehouse at that. I'm not. You're not even fighting villains. You're fighting his own
Creation.
creation. Like so, there's so many villains. There's so many Spider-Man villains. So many Spider-Man villains. That kid. Even if they want to go with a story where like, oh, let's say you have to beat these robots, at least have a Spider-Man villain come out and say, "I took over. Now we have to stop the villain and those robots." But it's not even that. It's just the robots. No villain. At least I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, the POVs of these rides. You know, like no Doc Ock. Is that his name? I'm not sure. No.
Dr. Octopus?
Yeah. No Green Goblin. No, none of the classics. Like I'm. Come on. you know. Okay, wait. Could have been done much better. And the whole we're using an existing building. Uh, One thing they could do, right? Because they had the whole land, right? Not just that building to work with. So if you need more room, the cool thing is you can knock down some of the building and then build upon that. You know, but it's just it just feels like sometimes cheaping out. And I know it sounds like I'm talking a lot of trash on Disneyland, but I love Disneyland a lot. But I love it so much I could talk trash about it. I still love it. I still have a fantastic time. And like I said, when I get on the Spider-Man ride, it's not like I'm gonna sit there like this. This ride sucks. No, I'm gonna be like a freaking little kid. Woo, 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 woo. Just giving my thoughts. Give my thoughts. You know, and actually, I put out these thoughts sometimes just because. Then sometimes certain things do happen, and I go, see, I felt it. I felt it in the force. I felt it in the force. That's why. Um, the People Mover. The People Mover is a classic one. The People Mover is not going to come back. It's not going to come back as much as people want it to come back. It's not going to come back.
They would have to close a part or all of Tomorrowland.
No, they have to close all of Tomorrowland to
Knock
bring
it
back
all down,
all of it because
build it back up.
well, because the track goes in almost all of the buildings in Tomorrowland. It goes into Star Tours. It goes into Space Mountain. It goes into Buzz Lightyear. So they're gonna have to knock down everything to repair that whole entire ride.
And then they're gonna have to build it all up.
Which I mean they might do, but I don't see them. I don't see them before this announcement of like the expansion to Disneyland and DCA and Downtown Disney. Um, there was a lot of talk where they're gonna take down Tomorrowland. So if you saw the Imagineering story on Disney Plus, there was the very last episode. There was a moment when Tony Baxter one of the. He's not like he's not an Imagineer anymore. They still kind of consult with him. No, was it Tony Baxter? No, it was Joe Rody. It was Joe Rody. Um, dang, I don't. Or was it Tony Baxter? I'm pretty sure it was Joe Rody. He's an Imagineer also. So he's looking at a layout of Tomorrowland. He looks at interventions, and then he grabs it, and then he moves it out of the way, and he kind of just like, does a little look like that. So, which led a lot of people to believe that, oh my gosh, Tomorrowland's gonna be completely redone after seeing that little clip, and that clip was maybe 20 seconds long, if that maybe. And then they came out with this new expansion thing
And that's all I have.
of the Disney parks.
And then
Yeah,
it
yeah,
rung a ton of alarms.
yeah. So then is maybe there's not going to be any Tomorrowland anything for 10 years, maybe 12 years, if that, because they're gonna do all that other stuff first. They're gonna do the um, expansion part, and then they still got Splash Mountain
When do you think
to
they're
do.
gonna bring back Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween
Maybe not till next year. Maybe not next year. So I remember, I don't know why. There was a lot of people talking about Mickey's Not So Scary, whatever thing, uh, about it being in Disneyland. I heard quite a bit of people saying, "Oh, like, or that's where it started," or something like, "Oh, now they're bringing it to DCA." This past year, when they not this past year, a couple years ago, when it was the Oogie Boogie Bash, like, "Oh, they're taking it to DCA," when in reality, it started in DCA. All this Halloween party stuff, the very first one was at DCA, and the reason why I know that, I was at the very first one. I remember being there, and I still have the bag. I still have the bag of what when they gave us. They give you candies and they put treats and stuff. So the very first one was at DCA. Then they moved it to Disneyland, and I didn't like that. I didn't like it when they moved it to Disneyland. I was way cool at DCA. So then this past year when they did Oogie Boogie's Bash, that was pretty crazy. It was really cool how they used the Redwood Trail Creek thing, um, made little lights and all that stuff.
That would look real. That. Oh, I haven't seen it, but in my mind, that looks really cool.
Well, I saw on Fresh Bake, not just Fresh Bake. There was so many other videos as well. We saw like Justin Scar and all the other ones, Magic Journeys, Best Life. They all checked that out. It was those moments where it was pretty scary when you walk through it because it was like what was his name? Frollo, the bad guy from Hunchback of Notre Dame. It was uh, like stained glass, I think, on the floor, and it was like bells ringing, and then like whispers as you go through that little tray. Yeah, that was really scary, or not scary. It was just really cool. One thing I've always thought that any park, if there's any park that could make something extremely scary and extremely just crazy in detail, would be the Disney parks. How crazy would it be to see actual Disney, put on a scare maze, an actual scare maze?
If
They would just kill it. They would just any they would be the top of any park if they were to do an actual scare maze.
if they would do that, a good place would be the Redwood.
Oh yeah, yeah. The I don't know what it's called, right? Redwood Creek Trail.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Maybe not in the rides.
Oh no, I think the rides would be fantastic too if they added it.
The original Snow White.
That'd be really cool. So I used to go to Not Scary Farm a lot, and they used to put in the Jaguar ride, when you're waiting in line, those actual scare actors in the line as you're going to the ride. So before you get on the ride, you're getting scared. That was one of my favorite things because not only do you go through a scare maze, but then you get on the roller coaster, and that was just awesome. Not Scary Farm is still to this day awesome. I'm not down for Universal just because I've seen the crowds. I think the only way to see everything at Universal is to get one of those passes. That's it, because there's no way I cannot wait 2 hours for a scare maze. I can't do that, nor will I do that. That's ridiculous.
They could put a scare maze in Adventureland and
Yeah,
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion is the number one. Where and it really grinds my gears when they put Nightmare Before Christmas. I love the Nightmare Before Christmas, but
They
how
just have it
how
for so long.
well how can you change the Haunted Mansion into Nightmare Before Christmas when the Haunted
Halloween.
Mansion is the Haunted Mansion? It's a
It's
scary ride. So why are you gonna?
Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween. So that's it. Of all the perfect time for the Haunted Mansion to be the Haunted Mansion is October, and the fact that they change it and now I think from like September to January, it's crazy. Like, don't do that.
Like,
They should be old school Disneyland, where I remember old school Disneyland was it was like almost overnight they changed from Halloween to Christmas, and then after Christmas regular back to Disneyland, and then Fourth of July comes or all these any of these other holidays from one day to the next all change, one day to the next all change, and now it's like they take like a few weeks to change everything this and that.
why do they have the Nightmare Before Christmas up so long though?
I don't know,
Just
just to make people. Yeah, I guess because people don't get to enjoy it a lot. I guess when I don't know. If you want to enjoy it, then go during that time. If you want to,
or if you can.
yeah. I mean, of course, if you're able to, then cool. Go during that time to enjoy it. But if you can't, then you can't. It's just that's just how it is. Too bad.
Maybe wait till next year.
Yeah, wait till next year or
The
enjoy
Haunted
the ride
Mansion.
how it should be, which is the Haunted Mansion. Cool ride. Another what's another one that was another one I had. Oh, that's right. The carriages. Oh man, the Skyway buckets. Those are really cool. I vaguely remember one of the parts that I remember going through is through the Matterhorn. I remember going on there and
Did
just
you see a Yeti?
yeah. I you know I don't know if I saw a Yeti because or my memory. I think I saw a Yeti. I don't know if I saw the Yeti because I wanted to see the Yeti, and that's what I want to remember I saw. But I almost remember seeing that when you go through the thing, you see the Yeti, but
What
I
did
don't remember.
the Yeti look like?
Just they have the old school. I think his name is Harold. They have the old school
Didn't
Yeti
you?
in Guardians of the Galaxy
Oh, the white one.
in
I
the
thought
in the boiler room. So if you go on Guardians, on not on the first floor, you have to go to the second floor.
like in the actual queue, I guess.
Yeah,
But like after the pre-show,
after the pre-show, then
a little bit
well, that's why in the
into
boiler room.
the yeah, a little bit into the line, you look down and you see
No, up.
well,
You have to go on the second floor. So if you walk into Galaxy's Edge, if you go into Guardians of the Galaxy, there's a left pre-show, then there's a right pre-show. If you go on the right, you're gonna stay at the bottom of the boiler room. So if you go on the left one where you go up the stairs, that's where you can see I'm sure the Yeti like if you look up type of thing on the first floor, but on the second floor you'll see Harold. Pretty sure that's his name, Harold, and that's the OG. That's the OS, as my brother says. That's the OS Yeti, old school. Uh,
have any of you found the hidden Mickey yet?
yes. Has anyone found the hidden Mickey? If anyone's here live right now and they have found the hidden Mickey, comment. If later, if anyone's watching this, comment down below. Be sure to comment and say, "Oh, there's the hidden Mickey." Before we go off, I'll show you where the hidden Mickey is. Maybe in like another 2-3 minutes, I'll point it out. He thinks he knows where it's at because he thought he saw it. Excuse me, from earlier, but no, I actually moved it. That's why, for better look. And I moved it because I was like, that's gonna be a little harder to find. It kind of gets lost in where it's at. And again, it's not in the position where you think it'd be, right? It's in another position to where you'd be like, oh. And it's funny because I found this Mickey. I was doing something here at the house, right? And I was walking by, and I looked down. It was like a quick like look down. And I was like, hit a Mickey, and then I kept doing what I'm doing, and I was like, was that though, or was that just me wanting to see a hidden Mickey? And then I looked down. I was like, oh, it is. It is. Not that it was well, not purposely hidden, but it is a Mickey. So let's see if anyone can find it. But the Skyway buckets, that was an old school OS ride, as my brother says. Um, what's another one? I remember. No, I don't know. I think I remember getting on the kill boats. I think because I remember getting on a boat and I was scared that the water was gonna come in, and it was like it was an enclosed boat, and I remember just being on it, and I was like, oh my god, like the water's literally right there, like we're gonna sink, and that's what like the kill boats. That's what it was. That's what as you were there. That's because the water like was right. Water was like right there, like whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna sink. I know. We're gonna sink. Um, and then which other ones? Which other ones?
The train.
The train?
Yeah.
No, the train's been there.
No, the Rainbow Railroad.
Oh well, I've never been on. I was never been on that one. I was never been on that one. I have never been on that one. Do I remember when he saw it for the first time? Like the first time, uh, I remember. Yeah, I have a picture of Jason's very first ride going on the Matterhorn. That was the very first time he saw it. That was so. Check this out. I'll show you crew real fast. So the very first time that we went to go get an annual pass for Disneyland, one of the things we we my brother was living in Hermosa. Um, him and his girlfriend said, "Hey, let's go to Disneyland on Sunday," and I was gonna get our annual pass on Sunday. But then they said, "Well, we're not really doing nothing today," which was a Saturday. Let's just go pick it up. We'll do some little Disney landing, and then Sunday, the day that oh, I remember him. I have the picture of him. Um, so he said, "Hey, let's go Disneyland." So we got the annual passes and stuff. And then I told him, I said, "All right, we got to leave. We're gonna come back tomorrow, which is Sunday." And then I said, "We're coming back on Monday also." So we were gonna do 2 days straight, back to back. This right here was Jason's very first ride on the Matterhorn. Oh, you can't really see. Oh, it's like kind of washed. Well, right there, he's waiting in line to get on. That was with that was with my brother, Ali, myself. It was us four. The caption says, "If you want to be scared, if you want to be scared to death, you got to wait in line first," which that's what he was doing. So we had a crazy awesome day, right at Disneyland. There's another one. That was that was a time right there. Having fun on Splash Mountain. So then we said, all right, well, we got to leave now. Okay. I said, dude, we're coming back tomorrow and Monday. Well, as my brother, myself, and Ali are having fun, I take this picture. Not till I saw after when I saw someone was not having a good time that we were leaving. Can you see who's not having a good time that we left early? Yeah. Look at that face. He's like, I'm not cool with this. But look at so this is
I never want to leave.
so if you see the date, right? June 2nd, that was 2015. The next day, literally the next day, we're back. You can see the date there again. June 2nd. We're there June 1st. June 2nd, we're back. That's was like, dude, chill, bro. Like we're coming back. We're coming back. And this was his very first like intense ride. You can't see it's very but that was on Hollywood Tower Terror. He was 3 years old. He was 3 years old right there. Just if you didn't know, 3 years old, and he went on Tower Terror. Also, Matterhorn, 3 years old. Splash Mountain, 3 years old, of course. And then I don't know why there was a bunch of times on Space Mountain turned him into like a deep thinker because Oh, you can't really see, huh? Can you see his face? He just serious face. Yeah, there he is. That was
I
the very
still
first
love
ride.
the ride.
It was the very first ride on Space Mountain.
I still love the ride though.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know why
then
my face was like that.
and then this was seriously like a week later. He was just now there he
You-
is, just thinking. Yeah, good times, good times. So it was. I definitely remember him. I remember. I remember going to Disneyland with my sister and my nephew one time when my nephew was probably like the same thing. So when this dude when I held like this in my arms, he was like a little piece of poop like this type thing. I wanted to get on Pirates, so he's gonna get on Pirates. If he allows to get on the ride, I'm gonna take him on the ride. And I thought, like, is he gonna be good on the way? Yeah, yeah, he'll be fine. He'll feel maybe a little tickle, but he'll be good. And he was good. He was good. The same thing with Kimmel. I know I took him on Space Mountain. Yeah, so I took him on Space Mountain, and I told my sister, I said, Kimmel's gonna be good. He's fine. Don't even worry. And then I told him when we got on the ride, I said, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So I couldn't see him because Space Mountain's so dark, so I couldn't see his reactions or nothing like that. But all I do remember is Chemo because I had my hand like this on the bar because I did the same thing with him when they were small. Because sometimes when the ride you go up or something like that, you can't gauge on you're not kidding. So I didn't want his face to hit the bar. So I always had my hand right there, just because if they were gonna hit their face, they're gonna hit their face on my arm, rather than hit their face, boom, then on the bar. Even though the bar has padding, but still, I'd still have my arm. So all I remember Chemo's holding onto my arm like this the whole ride with both hands. He's holding on, so I couldn't see, but I couldn't see, right? Not until we got on Big Thunder Mountain when I told him, "Hey, well, you've already done Space Mountain. You're gonna be good on this one." I don't know why Chemo did this. I have no clue why he did this. So we're sitting down side by side, and we're hitting ooh hoo hoo. We're going down. But then what I also did is I put my arm like that, around him like that, and I was like this.
Because in one of the hills, it would go.
Yeah. So exactly. So that's
I would always hit
with
my-
him. All with him and Kimo when they were small. I put my arm back there because I didn't want them to hit their head on those parts. So I had him like that. So I looked at him. You good? Cool. We're going up. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he had the smile. He had the smile of we're having a great time. This is so cool. We're on the train. But when we hit that first, like, whoa, for some reason, Kimo did this. So first of all, I also told him, put your hands up, put your hands up. So he was a little kid, like, ooh, yeah, here we go. And then we did the first turn and drop thing, and he instantly went like sideways and into me, and he was, oh, oh, oh. And I was like, Kimo, what are you doing? Like, sit straight, dude. As Wright's trying to go. And then the first go around before you go up to the second hill, it goes around and then stops. And I'm looking at him like, dude, are you all right? He's like, yeah, 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 yeah. So, all right, cool. So then we start going up again. And this time I say, put your hands up. And he said, no hands up. I said, okay, fine. So then again, we start going down. You get to the goat part, we do the turn, and he does the same thing again. But this time he's like, but he goes sideways into me like this. And he's like, so why are you facing out? You face this way. And he did that all three times because there's three lift hills. I don't know why. After the ride, I was like, dude, are you okay? He's like, yeah, yeah. I don't know why. That was, oh, what a chemo. What a chemo. That was little, that was little chiquito chemo that I remember.
Get back on.
But he was still down to go on, even though he was a little freaked out. Because I even told him, "Hey, are you down? Are you okay?" He's like, "Yep, I want to go on again." One time, my brother and I took Chemo to Disneyland. It was just us two, and we took him. And that was when Chemo was still in the stroller, not like those big strollers, but like those little fold ones. And we had his bag with just case a change of extra clothes and then some snacks and stuff. We were there all day. We did all kinds of things. The very last ride that we got on was Splash Mountain. We're like, let's get on Splash Mountain. If we get a little wet, no big deal. We're leaving already. So We got on Splash Mountain, and my brother and I said, we looked at Kimmel, cool, fantastic, awesome day, right? He's like, yeah, cool, let's go. We started walking out to the park. We left. We got out to the park. We were walking up to the trams, and then my brother and I both kind of stopped, and we forgot his stroller and his bag. We were just so in it, like, all right, we're done. We forgot Kimmel's stroller and bag. So uh, my brother, being my brother, was able to talk the dude into letting us back in because they closed. Now you might think, oh, you can just go back in, no big deal. No, they closed the park. We left right at closing, and they were not letting no one go. So my brother was like, please, like, we completely forgot his stroller and his bag, and they're like, yeah, go ahead. So they let us, and um, there was a security guard, if I remember right, already bringing it because as they go, the little sign thing, as they clear the park, they'll kind of bring things with them, take it to Lost and Found, and that was hilarious. That was hilarious. So, crew, did any of you find the hidden Mickey? Are you ready? Is it? Is it? Did you find it?
Oh,
Did you?
I think so.
Give me a hint.
Never mind.
Yeah. All right, crew. Ready? Here it is. Oh, boom. He's on Chewbacca, and he's. Oh, it was upside down. There's the hidden Mickey. Bing. Maybe I'll. Maybe we'll move him around every live stream. See if anyone can see. All right, crew. It's been an hour and a minute that we were doing this live stream of. It was mostly just talking about Disneyland, actually. Um, right now, we are about to. Let me make sure that we are not missing what is happening because we're about to go do an adventure. Not really like do an adventure. We're gonna go see something right now. I have to see where we're gonna go see fireworks, and we're gonna go see fireworks at what inning end is it?
Huh?
Nope.
Inning?
I'm trying to see.
Inning?
I'm trying to see the.
I could watch the ball game.
There we go. Oh, it's top of the sixth. There we go. So at the Grizzly games during the 4th of July and stuff right now, they
Are we
do
gonna at
fireworks.
least see one inning?
No, we're not gonna go into the stadium. We'll go on the outside, and then I'm gonna record the fireworks show. So they have fireworks Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Grizzly Stadium.
I want to see.
Probably starts at like 9:20, 9:30. So we're gonna wrap this up right here, and then get ready to head over there and see some fireworks. Awesome fireworks. Hopefully, I'm able to get a good spot and record it, and then I could upload it. So the vantage point that we're gonna watch it from is not, I guess, from the front, right? Because the ballpark would be this way. We're gonna watch it on like the back end side of it on a street. So I'm gonna set up the tripod, try to get a steady shot of the fireworks.
Are you just gonna park the car right there
Yeah, we're gonna park the car.
and then just walk out, do
Yeah.
your thing?
Yep.
I
We,
wanna
we we've
s-
done it many times before.
I want to
but-
see it from in the car.
Oh, I don't know if there's gonna be parking close enough right there. We might have to like park on this side over here, and then we have to walk the corner right there.
Oh.
I'm not sure. There is parking spots there. I don't know if there's cars taking the spot. That's why I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna have our very first fireworks show on the channel. We're gonna record for you. I was gonna go live with a fireworks show, but I don't want to do that because I want to try to get it as much HD as I can for you, so then you could see some pretty good fireworks shots. You know. All right, crew. Thanks for hanging out for
Oh wait,
this.
what?
Oh,
What
wait,
did he
what?
ask? I
Are
think-
you drinking a pre-worky? No, it's not a pre-worky. That's what I'm sorry. I didn't even. No, it's just a McCafe. That's all.
And yes, him being on.
Yeah, I read
the
Diaz.
ride.
All right, crew. If you are not subscribed yet, we'd really appreciate it if you did. And share with others. Tell others to join our crew. We'd really appreciate that. But just giving us the view, just giving us 1 second is so much appreciated. Because as we always say, you did not have to join us for 1 second or all the seconds. It was your choice, and we appreciate your choice on saying, "Hey, I'll join you for just a poquito," or for all the time. We really appreciate all of you, every single one of you. We really appreciate. We appreciate all the subscribers. We appreciate all the non-subscribers because you are all awesome. Seriously, we are doing Dudes Hiking Bag giveaway. Don't forget that when we reach 250 subscribers on our YouTube channel, right here, we'll give you all the detail how we're gonna pick the winner and all that. We're gonna get a cool bag for you to go out and adventure, and maybe you'll adventure with what with us. Maybe you'll adventure with us. No, right? No, maybe no. Maybe what? Yeah, maybe you'll meet us out there and you'll adventure with us. What am I saying? I'm not too sure. We have what?
We have some adventures coming. Well, the firework one right now, like in a bit. We have a crazy adventure coming up.
Yeah. So we have done a year of YouTubing. July 11th, I believe. No, July 11th. June 11th, I believe, was our year of YouTubing from last year to this year. If I remember right, um, you should go check out the highlights video that we did. I don't have all the highlights. I explained in the beginning. I wasn't able to have all of the highlights of all the adventures.
Because
There's also some adventures that I did have hard saved on here, but I did not put in there because it was just so crazy hard to edit all that stuff together. I was running out of space there, so I had to get kind of creative on editing all the stuff, saving, taking out all the stuff, and then downloading more, editing that stuff into already what was saved and edited, and then deleting all that, saving that. It was really confusing. So I don't also have all the highlights that I even have hard saved or bloopers, but I have most of them. So if you want to check that out, all the highlights of the year. And this year two, like Jason said, this year two that we are in now of YouTubing, we have crazy adventures, crazy adventures. We have one of the biggest ones coming up soon. It's going to be epic. Okay, it's one adventure, one whole adventure, but there's going to be many videos on that adventure coming up. We have
It'll probably be an emotional video.
oh, it's going to be very emotional. We have also a pretty crazy adventure coming up this weekend. And I'll tell you. So it's a 7 mile hike to some. It's the biggest falls in Fresno County. The biggest waterfall. Biggest waterfalls. There's a difference between waterfalls.
Isn't waterfalls plural?
No, waterfalls is not plural. Waterfalls, a falls is a water that is like kind of cascading. A fall is the water is not impeded at all, just straight to ground. So this is the biggest waterfalls in the Central Valley. Yeah, so it's ginormous. It's a long hike. We're gonna be up really early, really early to do this, and we can't wait to bring you along. So we have adventures like that. We have other adventures as well with hiking. Lots of hiking adventures coming up. Candace, I'm putting it out here. I'm putting it out there now on the channel. Woo, 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 woo. Candace said she wants to do a hike every weekend in July. So that's a lot of hikes this July just alone. We're kicking off this year, boom, 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 with just adventure, and crazy ones.
And there's more stuff open now.
There's more stuff open, so there's more things we can also do. Also, we have another crazy adventure. I know I'm saying it from all the way now, but in November, Craig and I have a crazy adventure that you don't want to miss. That adventure in November. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe because we're not stopping. Nothing can stop us now. Maybe it can stop us. There could be things that could stop us, but we're not trying to let them stop us. So we be sure you're subscribed and tell others to join our crew and say that dude and his crew do some awesome adventures. No fake.
And they're having cool adventures coming up.
Yeah.
So you should keep watching to
Yeah.
see what's next.
Yeah, if you want, push that notification, whenever we go live, whenever we put a upload on, you'll boom. Oh, they got it, and they got an adventure up or anything. So all right, crew, we'd really appreciate. But as again, I'm gonna say it. I know I probably oversay the word appreciate way too much, but I just don't know how else to convey that we really appreciate every single view that you all give us. Any little time that you gave us, we really appreciate that. You're all awesome. Thanks for crewing. Thanks for adventuring. On to the next.
Bye.